On to the karting highlights. The Barbados Karting Association 2012 Fruity Championship was in full swing, and not even the rain was going to stop this group of young drivers. Known as the grassroots of motorsport, karting in Barbados is held at the Bushy Park Racing Circuit. Using a rolling start, the 270 Yamaha Sportsman class saw 4 competitors lining up for the green flag on a wet track. But as they reached the first corner, 3 of the 4 drivers slide out. Zane Maloney just manages to squeeze through. Let's see how that looks from Zane's point of view. Everyone was able to recover. Joshua Paris, Crystal Curtin, and Joshua Maloney. And the hunt to haul in Zane was on. Joshua Maloney first made his way past Crystal Curtin, who tries to fight back, but had to surrender the position. Way out front it was Zane Maloney, while Joshua Maloney was trying to close the gap after recovering from last place. After the mishap in the first corner, the drivers were more cautious the next time through, as the rain continued to drizzle. Joshua Paris had another incident and was now behind Crystal Curtin. But the advantage built up by Zane Maloney looked to be way too much for Joshua to recover on the wet track. The rain began to pour once more, and Zane continued to lead the karters who were learning to drive in any weather condition. Here we can see how much work it is for Joshua Paris to keep the kart under control. A disappointed Crystal Curtin was beached on the side of the track. Winning easily was Zane, while Joshua Maloney was second. On pole for the final race of the 310 Premier Class was Christian Hines, who sweeps into the lead when the green flag is dropped. Making it through the first corner was Hines in the lead, followed by Giovanni Smith, Nicholas Gill, and Tremaine Ford Catwell. Catwell, who was the points leader heading into the day, was looking to climb up the standings, and his first target was Nicholas Gill. Next up was to close in on Giovanni Smith and Christian Hines. Christian Hines takes a quick look over his left shoulder to see who was there and zooms down the front straight. Smith is second, and Tremaine Ford Catwell is closing up on the lead too, while Nicholas Gill brought up the rear. Finally, within striking distance, Catwell, who has been in ripping form all year, was waiting for his opportunity to strike. Out of the karting kink, and Catwell darts to the outside of Smith. Smith runs wide, and Catwell says thank you as Smith's kart also develops a problem. And he is clearly disappointed with how his race ends. Back at the front, Christian Hines still leads, but Ford Catwell is closing quickly. Will he have enough to hold off the fast closing Catwell? Through the S's, and Hines' kart is sliding through, but stalls just before it exits. Bye-bye. Catwell doesn't hesitate and swoops into the lead. The running order is now Tremaine Ford Catwell, Christian Hines, and Nicholas Gill. There was no stopping Catwell, who wins from Hines.
Tremaine Catwell, we're here at Bushy Park, and you've been doing pretty well. How was it racing that race just now?
It was great. Christian was my main competitor. So it's all about the start. The karts is basically even, so whoever get a better start is the one who likely to win the race.
The rain fell earlier. How was it racing in the rain?
My first race, it wasn't bad, but it was a learning error. And the second race, I was better than.
What happened in the first race? Why was that error?
For the conditions, it was the wrong tires, and Christian had the better tires, so that he had an advantage in.
You've been getting better and better each time around. What have you been doing that you've been getting so good?
Just riding bicycle, keep fit, put the cart home, clean she down, make she feel good, and that's it.
You're racing with Tremaine Catwell. It's becoming very close. How do you like that battle?
Well, in previous years, I have to say I really didn't have much competition, so I didn't really know how to like battle with someone, you know. But since he's come into this industry time with me, he's very fast. You know, he drives very well. He really gave me a challenge, so I like that. But sometimes it gets out of hand.
What are your plans to probably place in front of him? What do you have in store for him?
But right now, all I can tell you is that I go in a race.
All the best.
All right, thank you.
Giovanni Smith, how's it been for you today?
It has been great so far, but it's not that great, but I still try my best.
What's been going on? Why is it not as good as you expected?
Because for the second race, my cart cut out, unfortunately, so it cost me the race, but I still trying.
The rain fell earlier. How was it racing in the wet?
It was lady. It was lady.
So you like that?
Yeah, I love that.
On pole for the next 270 sportsman class race was Zane Maloney, but it was Joshua who gets the better start, and he moves into the lead. However, the first corner presents a challenge once again. Joshua and Zane Maloney spin, and this time it's Joshua Paris who is safely through, while everyone else battles to recover. Joshua Maloney pulls into the pit while Crystal Curtin continues, and Zane Maloney is bringing up the rear. At the front with a healthy lead is Joshua Paris, while some distance off is second place Curtin, while third place belongs to Zane Maloney. Making no mistake, Paris is safely through the first turn again, and it is some time before Curtin and Maloney make their way through. Zane goes outside of Curtin to attempt to pass and makes it look so easy, but it's too much to catch Paris, who goes on to win the race comfortably.
Today it was a little bit difficult and not even good at the rain, so I had little spins and stuff, but it was still a good time. Had a good time.
How's karting been going for you this year?
Oh, it's been a little ups and downs. Kart hasn't worked sometimes, working sometimes. Well, most of it is me just trying to get back into the karting because I stopped to do 11 plus, so now I'm back into it and I'm trying my best.
How did 11 plus go?
11 plus went good and I go to school at Leicester now.
The race just now, people spun, but you got away. How was it in front?
Yeah, it was good. Just wanted to keep my focus and keep going and just give it all my best to win.
Crystal is new to karting and a bit shy.
How long have you been karting?
2 months.
2 months. Why did you get into karting?
Because I fit and started like it. And decided I wanted to start it.
How has it been karting?
Good.
What have you learned from driving around Bushy Park? Was it as easy as you thought it would have been?
Yeah.
Joshua, tell us about that race just now.
I got a good start, but I went in the corner too fast, and guess what? That happens.
The rain fell earlier. How was it racing in the wet?
Well, it was hard for me to do it, but I just went out and did it.
How's karting been for you this season?
It's been good. In the championship, I'm second, and I'm happy about that. So it's been good.
Your cousin's in the group with you. Do you see him as your strongest competitor?
Yes, I do.
So what do you do to stay in front?
I try to go as fast as I can.
Zane Maloney, tell us about the race just now.
It was good.
How was it for you? You spun early, and I saw you hitting the steering wheel. What was going through your head?
Oh man, because I was gonna get in first, so I was not happy.
Not happy. You were racing in the wet earlier. How was it racing in the wet on a slippery track?
I loved it.
You love it. What do you love about it?
That you could skid and all that. That you could skid and try not to run off the track.
You're racing in the same group as your cousin. Do you always try to be in front of him?
Yes,
Why is that?
because I want to beat him.
All the best for your next race.
Thanks.
The final race of the 270 sportsmen brought everyone to their feet. Joshua Paris and Zane Maloney were locked in a fierce battle. A drag race to the first corner. Both are through without incident, and there is hardly any daylight between the two as they go through the Karting King. Paris is out front and Zane is applying the pressure. No time to relax. The two are all alone at the front of the pack and the battle is on for first place. Matching him move for move, Zane is what we would call on him like glue. After following his line for most of the race, Zane goes on the outside for the first corner, and Paris just mistimes his braking point and runs wide. But he wastes little time in his recovery, and the fight back begins. The glue is still there, but now it's Joshua Paris who is on Zane Maloney like glue. Down the front straight, and Paris goes to the outside as his father gives him some encouragement. But Zane does not bend under pressure and continues to lead. Paris puts his nose on the inside and the two are almost side by side as they come onto the front straight. But Paris has to tuck in for the chicane and Zane holds him off to win the race and capture the day with 96 points. Paris was second in the race and the day with 82 and Joshua Maloney was third with 60 points.